Hey gang, Will here from the Ashland Fly Shop with a fishing report for you for the 9th of February. And lots of real mixed bag right now. So we are in the midst of a real low water year, as is obvious. So we're going to talk about how that applies to steelhead fishing and trout fishing in the area. We're going to start things off talking about the Rogue. So in the upper Rogue River where we are here, we're just kind of starting to see some of the first of the winter runs really come in really kind of fishable numbers, where we're really looking around, we're sending people out, we're going out ourselves to kind of look for winter fish. And that's about right for this time of year. It just kind of feels like the advance of the fish is just a little bit on the slower side, and that just totally has to do with the weather pattern and the low water conditions. Cold water conditions, low flow just really kind of impedes the fish kind of moving up through the system in a more natural way. So typically there's a little more flow, and winter fish, they just move quicker. So and they kind of hunker down, and I think they're just a little more skittish than a summer fish. So we're spend a little more time looking for them, but we have had some good signs. We have had some good reports lately. The Middle River, Grants Pass area, Rogue River area down in there, that's where we've been focusing our efforts, and we've been sending folks down there to fish and stuff, and it's been pretty good. We've been getting some good feedback. We've been hooking some fish down there, and I think that's where is a good spot to kind of focus your efforts, down around some bigger tributaries like the Applegate, even further down the Illinois. We're seeing some positive signs of some good fish counts, good fish numbers. So it's happening. We just need some weather to kind of juice things up and get things moving. We're looking at some potential weather, I think, through the weekend, and then possibly after that, hoping to blow this ridge out a bit and get a little bit of weather moving. That would really, really help things. But keep in mind, this I really still feel like is the very, very beginning of the winter steelhead run in the upper river. And really, for me, as we get more into March, mid-March into April is where we see more concentrations of fish. So looking forward to that as a more peak time to fish the upper Rogue River for steelhead. Just over the hill here, the Klamath River's been looking pretty good this year, actually. Some pretty decent fishing going on there, what I would consider a pretty standard year, which is nice, because we were kind of concerned that we wouldn't see a lot of fish up there through this time of year, but it's been pretty solid. Seen some nice kind of winter fish trickle in there, mixed with some kind of holdover summers and stuff, so it's been pretty good. Our friends at Wild Waters Fly Fishing have been reporting some pretty decent guide days down there and some pretty good catches. Our friend Scott Caldwell's been fishing, and I've been seeing some nice fish come to his boat too. So I think that's a pretty solid place to go. Again, there's not a ton of access in that kind of upper stretch, but enough to make a day of it for sure. And but that's a good bet. Good approachable flows, low flows, walk-in flows are really nice down there. So it's definitely a place I would consider going, the upper Klamath. So from a trout fisherman's standpoint, this is these can be great years for fishing, for fishing trout rivers like the Upper Sacramento's open all year, the Pitt River. This is a wonderful time of year to really explore the type of fishing that is available when we're in these types of conditions with really low flows and stuff, because these are like late fall, summer flows, and the rivers, as I've said, are really approachable, easy to get around, easy to get to. So, with the lack of other winter activities to do, I think it's a good, like if you're a fly fisherman, get out there and get after it. The fish kind of hang in different places, but it's kind of another look at your favorite trout river in a way, trying to find where the fish are, where they're going to be. I think that's really, really makes for kind of a fun trip. So, yeah, as I said, the Upper Sacramento, the Pitt River, I think would be places I would really look to fish. They have fished well for me throughout the winter on other years, and I think a year like this is good. Of course, we get concerned as we get into the warmer times of year if we don't have that snowpack, but might as well take advantage of the low flows and the fishing that's available to us. The holy water on the upper Rogue for trout is going to be a very good bet. So we have very low flows. They have fixed what they were working on the dam, so not all the flow is coming out of the spillway there. So much kind of easier place to fish in the upper section there, and we've had some actually quite good reports from the holy waters. That is a place I would really consider going this time of year. Swinging streamers, that type of fishing is really going to be good. But if you run into a hatch, you could run into blueing olives, and that could be a really nice setup if we have the right cloud cover for that. But the holy water would be a very good bet for this time of year. So that's what's going on within striking distance of Ashland here. If you have any questions at all, give us a call. Happy to give you an up-to-the-minute report. Otherwise, we really appreciate you tuning in, and we'll talk to you soon.